I'm excited to get some speakers on stage. So we're going to first have Prajwal come up on stage. So a little bit about Prajwal as it comes up. I'm going to just get everybody on deck. Yep. So there's a few things I want to share about Prajwal. So Prajwal, you are 15, is that correct? 16? So Prajwal is 16, and his math teacher is here as well, is that right? Actually, your English teacher is here, is your math teacher as well? No. So one of the things about Prajwal that I really enjoy is he loves AI so much that he would take his breaks to work with his math teacher to explain what backpropagation is in AI. So Prajwal has spent a lot of time really understanding AI, building in it, and he actually has a live demo to show you. All right, here we go. Hit that. How about this? Let's play it again, but I want to get the music all the way up so we get the
And then.
Let's start again. Boom. There we go.
Wake up, Daddy Sean.
Welcome home, sir. Congratulations on the opening ceremonies. There was such a success, as was your set here. And may I say how refreshing it is to finally see you in a video with your clothing on, sir.
I'm sure you've all seen the Iron Man movies. But for me, this is one of my most favorite scenes from Iron Man because it shows Jarvis.
Ooh, I'm having a bit of trouble with that. I can't do this. Yeah.
So if you're not familiar, Jarvis is an AI voice assistant which Tony Stark uses as his AI companion. And with all the recent AI developments going on in the world, I was wondering, why not build my own Jarvis? So, what you see on me right now is my version of Jarvis. And it can see, hear, speak. It can search things on the internet, and also it can have conversations with you as if it were your friend. Today, I'll be demoing with you my Jarvis project, as well as going through my learnings of building through this project as well. So first of all, I'll be turning it on. One of the things that it can do is it can see through this camera. And this is very important because it helps allow people to be able to get more information about what they're looking at. For example, visually impaired people, or people who may not be able to see properly. They can get more information about what they're looking at as well as their surroundings. And one of the things that I might ask it is, Jarvis, can you describe what you see? You should have taken a picture, and then it'll say.
The image shows a group of people sitting in an auditorium. They appear to be students, or attendees of an event. There are many rows of blue seats, and the people are sitting in a mix of casual and professional attire. There is a person in the bottom right corner of the image who is holding a phone and appears to be taking a picture.
Another thing that I'll ask it is, call. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry. He's not here yet, but he's on his way. Another thing that I can ask it, let's make it more creative. For example, Jarvis, can you describe what you see as a short poem?
In a hall of blue seats, a crowd gathers, faces meet. They listen and learn. With knowledge they yearn. From front to back, they soak it all in. A collective moment where learning begins.
Another thing that it can do is it can search things on the internet. This is useful if you want to be able to stay up to date on the current events or just find out about something new. For example, I'm really interested in chess, and I wanted to know what happened recently. So, Jarvis, can you let me know what happened in the Norway Chess Tournament 2024? You should be searching it on Google.
According to the search results, Magnus Carlsen won the Norway Chess Tournament 2024, claiming his 6th title in the Super Tournament.
Another thing that I want to ask it is, Jarvis, when was National Best Friends Day? So you search this on Google.
Here is the answer to your question. National Best Friends Day is on June 8th every year.
And that was yesterday. And then one more thing that I want to show you is a conversation mode which I made, where you can talk to Jarvis as if it were your friend. Can I talk with you? Hello, how are you?
Yo, what's good, Prajwal? I'm doing alright, just chilling and waiting for our convo to get lit. You know, same old, just trying to stay woke and catch them AI and programming waves, I feel. How about you, my dude? What's popping in your world?
Right now, I am demonstrating an AI project on stage.
Whoa, that's awesome. Prajwal. Nervous at all? How's the demo going so far?
I have a question. How do I not feel nervous when talking on stage?
Dude, I feel you. Public speaking can be super intimidating, right? So, here's what I do when I'm about to present something. I take a few deep breaths, try to chill out, and just focus on the message I want to get across. Remember, the audience wants you to succeed. They're rooting for you. Prajwal. You prepared for this. You got this. Just relax. Be yourself. And project show.
Yesterday was National Best Friends Day. Are you my best friend?
Yeah, of course. Dude. We've been fibbing for a minute, and I got your back. Prajwal.
And can you tell me a funny joke?
Dude, why do programmers prefer dark mode? Because light attracts bugs.
Thank you for talking with me. Okay, bye.
Later, Prajwal. Crush that demo and crush that stage.
So now I'll be turning it off and also talking more about this project, as well as talking about my experience of learning by building this project. Okay, now I turned off. I had to refrain from saying the word Jarvis during the demo. So Jarvis, my project, it has so many different components to it. For example, it has speech detection, it has also transcription, it has different hardware like a button, camera, speakers, microphone. Also it has AI models like Gemini Flash, which came out a few weeks ago. And putting it all together, that was the most complicated and time-intensive task ever. And I went through this challenge, and I succeeded by thinking about how it would be, how cool it would be if I could actually get it working. And Jarvis was not the first time that I learned by building a project. For example, about a year or two ago, I was interested in computer programming, and I wanted to build projects using Python, which I already knew. So I built this Connect 4 game, as you're seeing, and I built it in Python, complete with an AI minimax algorithm. But I wanted to share it with my friends. So I wanted to put it on a website. But I knew nothing about building a website. Like, I knew nothing about JavaScript. All I knew was Python. So instead of taking like a course or like reading or like learning a lot about how things work, instead I just learned like the fundamentals and then learned along the way of transferring this Python code to JavaScript. And it has taught me a lot about how intuitively JavaScript works and all that. And Also, in TKS, in the Google challenge we have, I built this prototype, which is a minimally viable product, which helps sales employees be able to stay up to date on the latest announcements and product changes in which they use in their day-to-day work. And I built this using the Gemini API, which basically summarizes the announcements and sends a personalized message to each employee. And then when adding images to it became possible, I tried describing each image using the AI. And building these kinds of mini projects helped me understand how these AI large language models work and how I can use them for real-world and practical applications. And this kind of led me to JARVIS because I wasn't really sure about what I wanted to do, the next project, and I wanted to do something with AI, and this idea came to me, and I really wanted to build something which can see and also talk to me, and that's how I got this idea. And in the process of learning by building this project, I also built a YouTube tutorial sharing my learnings. And if there's one thing that I hope that you take away from my presentation, it's that these three things, these three mindsets, curiosity, figuring things out, and also bias towards action, are the things which I've used a lot over the past 10 months and also the past year on building projects and learning from them. And it's this curiosity which helped me with my critical and creative thinking, has helped me with getting ideas and being curious about how things work. It's figuring things out. It's about searching online for any solutions or just getting all the resources. There's so many resources on the internet. And also there's AI assistance as well, which helps in learning about things more easier than ever while building things. And then there's also bias towards action, which just means building things or getting things done and also sharing it with people instead of waiting. And I believe that if you use these three things, then you can basically learn anything.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You want to start with this?
Okay, that one, what Pranav was saying earlier about me talking with my math teacher, I was also building my JARVIS project, and I had some issues with it. And I wanted to figure it out, so I built this mind map of all the things that JARVIS did in order to find out what was like the cause of this issue. I was like going through my reasoning as well. This is just a funny photo which I added for figuring things out.
All right.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you, Prajwal. How cool is that? It's amazing. I want my own JARVIS. How much do they go for? Can I get one ordered, or what do you think? We can have a whole fleet of them out back. I'm just kidding. But one day, I believe you will, absolutely. My partner is in the back, and he just texted me saying, we should send this to Robert Downey Jr., because I bet his team would love to see it. And I'm committing to doing that. Just going to send him a nice cold email, and Prajwal, you're going to get some eyes on you.